What's going on YouTube? My name is Leonardo Cabral, this is Diego Cabral, and that right there is Jose Luis Cabral. So, the point of this video is to sort of bring an introduction as to what our channel is going to be about. So, start off with introductions. My name is Leonardo Cabral. I would like to say that I don't think that I grew up quite the way that I should have been, or how my other friends have grew up. But with that, I wrote reports. I had one man when I was younger that taught me how to think logically and sort of block my emotional side whenever I'm dealing with a situation. And the way that I did that was by basically harnessing all that energy, basically just concealing it, putting it in a little chest in my little mind, and then saving all that energy for later when I would write down my reports and basically explain exactly what I was going through that day. And with that, I would basically just, download all that information onto a paper, delete it off my mind, and then start fresh the next day. So I have a lot of reports that I'll be discussing with my father, but a little bit more of a background on me. When I was 3 years old, my mother passed away in a car accident, and that is what basically made him disabled. He suffered quite a lot more than any of us in the car did. So he ended up becoming permanently disabled, and we're still in the process of getting him back to normal standards. As for me, I have this big cut on this big scar on the back of my head. Some people say it looks like a smiley face or whatever, but I got that because I was crushed in between two seats, as per what everyone has told me, as about the accident. So with that being said, that car accident killed my mother, and I basically had to grow up without a mother figure, other than my grandmother. But that in itself was pretty toxic. But I talk about that in my reports, so that I can give you guys a better insight onto that. But growing up without a mother figure, I don't think that I had an emotional side growing up. So I probably did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done, said a lot of things that I shouldn't have said. But that's basically what this is going to be about, me discussing the reports with my dad. He'll be sitting on either side of this table that you see right here. That'll be our table to discuss and review our reports. But that's the end of my story, and I'll pass it on to my dad.
Yes, my name is Jose Luis Cabral. They call me Joe. Basically, Leonardo's going to be explaining some reports that I had asked him when he was young to write for me, and he took the time to write reports on a daily basis, and even sometimes more than 5 or 6 reports a day. I basically told him to please put those on YouTube, because there are people that are interested in finding out what it was like to live in a broken family without a home. I tried my best as a father, but without a mother, it was basically very, very hard for me, trying to rear boys with love and charisma and expect them to be nice and kind. It just didn't happen. I mean, I'm a man, they were boys, and they are boys, and Diego here was always more of a handful. I had to cater to therapies, doctor's appointments, any and everything that you can imagine. And I feel like Leonardo may have felt like I neglected him, but it wasn't on purpose. And I think most of his reports are going to be explaining how and why he felt the way he did as he was growing up. And I'm here to basically say my part of his report. He's going to read it, he's going to explain it to me, and he's going to ask me to explain myself. So all I can do is tell him the truth without bending the truth, lying, or making up stuff. It's basically going to be shooting from the hip and just telling him exactly what he wants to hear. This is going to make a bond between him and I a lot better, and we're going to grow together, and hopefully we can make some videos to where other people are interested. If you all do like these videos, please subscribe and like, and if you would, please keep us in your prayers, because we need a lot of that. We are working hard as a family to make it. I basically am working on my part, just keeping them sustained. Back in 2003, I also got disabled to the point to where I couldn't go to work because I was too worried about taking care of him. So I lost my job, and so it's been very hard without money. But we're trying our best to just keep ourselves above water. But the way that you're going to see the way that I've lived for the last 20 years is basically the way that my heart is content to my sons. I am not Mary Poppins, but I did try my best to just keep them healthy, well fed, and in school. But I'm going to admit I'm not exactly the most cleanest person in the world, if you want to say. But everything is the way it is, and we're going to improve that. We're going to start making some serious changes. I'm going to leave that up to my son to tell me, let's get rid of old TVs, old pictures, furniture that we don't need, a lot of things that are just old and need to be replaced with the new. But you'll see the way that I've been living for the last 20 years. Leonardo just came home after being away for about 3 or 4 years. So this is going to be his home again. And him and his girlfriend are basically going to help me clean up the home. So please forgive me for the way that I've lived for the last 20 years. When you see after this video the pictures of the house, we're going to improve that. Thank you very much for your time.
Now, I would like to say that I was born on June 13th, 2000, so that makes me 22 years old as of the recording of this video. My brother right here, he was born on September the 4th,
2001?
September 4th, 2001. That means he's 21 years old as of the recording of this video.
And I was born on March the 12th, 1969. That makes me 53 years old.
And this is us. This is going to be our little trio. Hopefully we can make it out well, but I'll be recording all these videos to show you our progress. Now for the house tour. So, this is where I get sort of stoked. So, this right here is going to be my little setup. Right there where that notebook is, that's going to be where I place the reports, facing towards my dad and I, and we'll be basically talking into both cameras. So, one camera is going to be right there. That one is going to be for this camera right here, which is the GoPro Hero 10. This one right here is going to be for my iPhone, which I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. So a stellar camera. You guys will be able to see details that I couldn't even imagine. Anyway, that's a 13 Pro Max right there. All this stuff is, the things that I've used to clean up this room. It was in pretty bad shape before I ended up coming in and redoing it. That right there, in which my dad and my brother are sitting on, that's going to be the bed that I sleep in. My dad just bought me a brand new AC unit, so I'll be in it for a good cold one. Hopefully this coming winter. Anyway, gonna be the house tour over here. So, this is a little hallway. This right here is the living room. So, this is where my dad would have a few of his friends sleep, just helping them out, catering to their needs. My dad's a very good-hearted man, and well, now it's time to clean up whatever mess they may have accumulated. That right there is our handmade couch, or I guess you could say it's a couch, a little chair. Beautiful wood, the way that it's hand carved and delicately made. That's my dad's music setup, so he likes to listen to music full blast. Country music. My dad's a country boy, so how that works. That's a little mural. It's an old screen that old TV screen we're gonna have to replace. Put a flat screen on there. My dad's very into boats, so he has a lot of boat pictures hanging around. Don't be surprised if you see quite a few of them around the house. This right here, it's just our little setup right here. We keep most of our tools, so we might be using that. My dad's a barber chair. He's a cosmetologist, or a cosmetology instructor, so he likes to have his clients sit here, and he cuts their hair and makes them look nice and prestigious. Anyway, these are the mesh screens that I bought when I was with my girlfriend. She works at Ross, and we bought these so that we can install them both on that door and on this door over here. So that's going to be to help my brother not be bitten by all these flies and mosquitoes. Anyway, so this is our kitchen for right now. This is our kitchen table. It's not in the best shape, but we'll have to work with it. All that other stuff, that's a desk. It has pots of pans, all that good stuff. We have a little fly zapper here that I bought from Do It Best. That's getting rid of a lot of our in-house flies and mosquitoes. My dad's work desk right here that he used to use, and an astounding library. So hopefully we get to dive into that. Our refrigerator, stuff on top. It's all right. We'll be working on renovating this place as best as we can, and monthly we'll be giving an update as to what we did to basically make this house a more comfortable home. It's our kitchen sink right there. One of my dad's friends decided to remodel the kitchen and decided to bust that open, not realizing it was a quick release for the faucet. And as for all this food, I do plan on going to food drives, whether it be at a church or another place, so that they can basically do what they can with the food that, well, we've stored for months and months. And that is the house tour, guys. I do hope that you appreciate this video, and I will try my best to make it as entertaining as possible. But yeah, this is the start of a new journey. Now, as for my dad, what do you got to say, Dad?
Please subscribe and like these videos. They're not going to be like a movie. They're basically going to be straightforward about our life that we're going to try to improve slowly but surely together. Thank you very much for watching.
All right, I'll take care.